Hi everyone, welcome back to part 6 of my modular castle series. Today I'm building a 3-part corner module called Fisherman's Pier. I'll start with one of the side modules. The paving is already prepared and now I'm building up the walls. This section is a bit different from the other ones in the previous modules, because on the outside I'm adding a small tree and on the inside there's a staircase. First, I prepare the wooden structure. Unlike in the other modules, I leave some space between the beams for the stairs. Once the stairs are in place, I close the module at the top. With some slopes, I shape the wall. An 8x4 plate gives enough space for a few minifigures. To finish it off, I add a railing and a few small details. On the outside, of course, the tree has to be placed as well. Now let's move on to the center part of the corner module. I wanted to add some variety to the landscape in my modules, so this time I decided to go with a water scene. It includes a small river access with a wooden pier built over it. From this platform, the castle's fishermen can catch fresh fish for the people living inside the castle. I use splayed rounds to build the pier. As usual, Technic bricks are added so the module can connect with the others. I choose to use dark grey accents here because they create the look of red rocks or stone. The pier should be reachable from inside the castle through a door, so I leave some space for that. To keep the same design as the rest of the castle, I built in the sloped wall sections again. Then I prepare the pier with blades. Before that, I place a small wooden oar on top of the wall. A few stones help to make the look more natural and give a rocky shoreline feeling. After adding some details like a spear, a lantern, a fishing rod and another oar, I also install the door. And the lower section is almost done. Next comes the wooden tower that rises above the pier. I decided to build it with a similar technique as the wooden structures on the wall sections, using lots of brick rounds, bars and brick modified. I really like this texture, it gives a realistic wooden look. However, I have to say, this part needs some careful hands, because the technique isn't the most stable. But visually, it looks great. Now I prepare the next level the same way and repeat the process a third time, so that the tower reaches a good height. top I close it with plates and add wooden palisades. For the railing I use a similar building technique as on the wall parts, to keep everything consistent. And of course, a tower tall like this also needs a flag. The tower can be reached by a double ladder, and since the fisherman needs a place to hang up his catch, I built in a flexible rope as part of the tower structure. That part takes a bit of finger skill. Now the main part of the Fisherman's Pier is finished, so I move on to the second side module. The base is similar to the first one. The paving is prepared and I start raising the walls again. In this area, the fisherman's wife will clean and prepare the fish and later sell them at the market stand. More on that later. You can already see a small bucket with fish bones and leftovers. And now I'm building the wooden structure. As you can see, the wooden beams have different lengths. I want to create a small angled section here so it connects well with the other modules later on. I also add a small extra beam. You'll see its purpose later. Then I add the railing so no one falls off the castle walls. Next comes the fish market. It includes a chest filled with ice where the caught fish and crabs are stored. Next to it there's a small box with some tasty shells. The Lego set Tudor Corner, which came out this year, includes a great printed sign that fits perfectly with this module. Now the build is already finished. When you combine all three sections, you can see the complete corner module. I also add a few final details, like the string of flags. Now it's time to add some minifigures. Guards, the fisherman himself, a small otter stealing fish, some frogs, and on the inside, the fisherman's wife offering the fish for sale. There's also a farmer who's responsible for feeding the animals in the castle. Next, I'll show you how to connect Fisherman's Pier with the other 5 modules. I decided to place the Deacon's Chapel on the left side and the Archer's Rest on the right. Because the castle is modular, it doesn't really matter which modules you connect, anything is possible. Of course, I also want to show you how these 3 modules can be combined with the others. Here you can see the outside view. Between Butcher's Corner and Axel's End I added the Courier's Gate, and I attached Butcher's Corner to Archer's Rest. This already creates an almost closed castle. Only 2 modules are missing to complete it. I'll show those in the next videos, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to write your thoughts in the comments, give a like and subscribe. See you again for the last corner module, the Guard's Tower. Lux.bricks.